went to Mexico without being invited or allowed, and I took a job, and the Mexican government found out, what would the Mexican government do to me?
I'm not sure.
They would send me back to America.
And why was the reason you left the U.S. first?
So reason, that's an interesting thing. Is there ever a legitimate reason, in your opinion, to commit a crime?
No.
Well, then the reason doesn't matter. Can you rob a bank because you wish you had more money?
No, you work harder.
Then why doesn't that moral standard apply to immigration?
What's up YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. Today guys, we're back here with a new video. Today we're going to check out Charlie Kirk, Rex Mexican who supports illegal immigration. Okay, I call him Charlie Kick because he loves kicking us. I love to check this video out with you guys. Let's get right into today's video, guys.
My question for you is if you believe that Trump's deportation of illegal immigrants is unconstitutional.
Oh, it's very constitutional, yeah.
Okay. I disagree with that. I believe that it is in a violation of the Fifth Amendment, which provides due process to all persons in the United States. This would include non-citizens, and many of these people are being deported without having a trial or going before a judge, which is in violation of the due process.
You are right. If there's an illegal here and they commit a crime while they are an illegal citizen, or not a citizen, legal resident or legal individual, illegal, they do get due process. However, there's two exceptions to that. There's something called expedited removal. So if someone comes within 14 days or they're within 100 miles of the border, the Supreme Court has ruled that you do not have to give them the same due process rights. Or if you invoke the Alien Invasion Act, which President Trump has, 1798 law, which allows you to expel people that are here that might be part of enemy gangs or enemy organizations that have invaded the homeland. So under those two provisions, you are allowed to expel people here in the country without traditional due process rights.
So we can see with Joe Biden, when he tried to forgive student loan debt, he was relying on a law that was roughly 20 years old. And the Supreme Court said in that case that a president relying on a law that was passed in a time that's too different from today's times can be unconstitutional. And I think if that was ruled to be unconstitutional with the law only being 20 years old, that Donald Trump relying on a law that was passed in the 18th century would be very unconstitutional.
That point sounds smart. Should we get rid of the First Amendment?
I'm confused where you're going with that.
It's pretty old.
The First Amendment has
It's
been...
from 1787. Should we get rid of the abolition of slavery? That's from the 1860s. Should old laws be getting rid of? Just because it's old doesn't mean it's bad. Should we get rid of the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment? You're the one arguing for due process, which actually was authored in 1791.
Well, the difference
so
is
old
that
stuff
these
doesn't
laws...
mean it's bad. It just means to just criticize it on its merits, not how long it's been around. If I went to Mexico without being invited or allowed, and I took a job, and the Mexican government found out, what would the Mexican government do to me?
I'm not sure.
They would send me back to America.
Once.
And why was the reason you left the U.S. first?
So reason, that's an interesting thing. Is there ever a legitimate reason, in your opinion, to commit a crime?
No.
Well, then the reason doesn't matter. Can you rob a bank because you wish you had more money?
No, you work harder.
Then why doesn't that moral standard apply to immigration?
Because the system isn't doing its job. That's why I think we should implement more money. Because there is some people, like I do get it. You know, some people come here and then I do admit some of them commit crime, but not all of them.
No, but they're all criminals if they came illegally. That's the distinction. By definition, they're breaking federal law 8 U.S.C. 1312. Just their presence here is against the law. If somebody comes into America without invitation and they are illegal, what do you think the penalty should be?
I think it's humane to look at their case and why they had to leave everything they've ever known.
We believe that we should send them back to their country of origin. California is a cluttered state with social services that are being strained, and we need a pause on all immigration, in my opinion, to metaphorically digest the major meal that we just ate, or else we are going to have a major assimilation problem, cultural problem, cohesion problem, all sorts of issues. And I know this is a provocative thing to say, but immigration is something that you use as a way to benefit the homeland. You don't have to have immigration.
We see people who come from all over the world, but can their different historical experiences, their different worldviews be compatible in America?
It can to a limit, but we've let way too many people into this country way too quickly. Immigration can be a net benefit for your country, but nobody has a right to come into your country. It is a privilege. And we should invite the people that enrich our homeland, the people that make us more competitive. And right now, to be perfectly honest, I think we should have a stop on all immigration. We should digest the major meal of mass migration that we just took in. Artificial intelligence and robotics are going to take a lot of the jobs that the immigrants do anyway. So what exactly is the point for mass migration right now? There is no argument for it. Instead, we've seen wages go down of Native American workers, both black, Hispanic, and white workers. And so, look, the contention should be, the prioritization should always be on people that are in the country first. A politician is elected to govern and to have loyalty to citizens, not foreigners. And that's one of the major reasons why President Trump won back in November. Thank you for your time.
You are actually privileged to stay there in the first place because it's not your hometown. So there's no excuse for committing crime. There's no excuse. Irrespective of how you want to sweet talk it, polish it, there is no excuse. You come into another man's land without any invitation, you have broken the rule. It's very scary. If you ever ask me, someone coming to my house through the back door without me inviting him or her. Whenever I see you, I'm scared. I'm terrified. How in the world did you get here? It's bad. You broke the rules, so you have to get out through that same port you came in. You understand? So it's funny how people are finding excuses and trying to defend illegal immigrants breaking into America. Like, I feel like, why are you guys doing this? Why are you guys finding excuses for them? It makes no sense. Because, number one, I've seen different cases that people came to America, commit crime, and get out. You understand? I've said this several times in some of my other videos. There's a Venezuelan girl who was in America. She killed someone. So our fellow Venezuelans were trying to help her to escape the border. It's terrible. You get me? It's very, very terrible. So you committing crime in America, coming to America illegally is a crime. You also committing another crime again in America. It's terrible. Americans have no track record of you being in that country. So you coming here and committing crime. In any way American treats you, you don't have to complain. You just have to obey and get back to your hometown. You see your hometown is terrible. Your system is broken in your hometown, wherever you're coming from. That does not make it right you coming to another man's country illegally. Do you understand me? So it's not just a country that is broken or terrible. Have you been to Africa before? Have you been to different countries in Africa? Have you been to South Africa? Have you been to Nigeria? Have you been to Kenya? Have you been to Cameroon? Have you been to Ghana? People are passing through a lot of tougher time. And different people are dying. Hardship, different things are happening to them over there too. You don't see them crossing borders. You understand? You don't see them flying over illegally. They have to pass through due process. Do you understand? So even Asians too, it's not just it's perfect for them. There are also other countries that are passing through tough time, not just Mexico. Because you're sharing border with someone that doesn't give you the right to come to their hometown, just like that, and you feel like it's your right. It's not your right, it's a privilege. So, and if the country do not want to accept you again, you go back to your hometown. Right now, ICE is giving $1,000 to any illegal immigrants who come up front and tell them, oh, this is how your due process was. They will give you $1,000, they will send you back to your hometown. It's as simple as that. Like, America is very tolerant. I'm telling you the truth, they tolerate a lot of things because some other countries, there's some issue we're having in America that people are complaining about. They should be more hospitable, they should be more tolerant. Other countries won't give an F about the person. As long as you came in illegally, they will treat you and send you back. They don't care. So America is very, very tolerant and so on. They are very hospitable, if you ask me. So people coming here and saying like their reasons is good, they are doing a good job, they are boosting the American economy. You are not doing any bullshit, bruv. The money Americans spend in illegal immigrants alone is over 400 and something billion, I think so. That is big, massive court in America. So you don't tell me you have good reasons, you have a good heart, you are pure in spirit. We don't care. The simple thing is that do you come into the country illegally? If you come into the country illegally, you have to go back. You are risking your family lives at risk by coming in with them illegally. You have to pass through due process. A lot of people, I've seen people waited 10, 15 years just to come into America. You can't come into America by waiting that long. Find a different country to go to. It's that simple. Comment down below what you think about this video. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video as many as you can. Subscribe to our channel, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe.